Hey folks, happy Halloween. For this year, I had a couple of ideas for Halloween costumes, and recently I got inspired, particularly by, I was going through a drive-through, mind you. If you've been watching my channel for any length of time, you know that I used to work at Hot Topic back in the day, and I still have my lanyard hanging on my car mirror. It probably won't be hanging after this because I'm going to take it off and then I'm probably not going to put it back on again. But somebody in a drive-through the other day when I was driving noticed my lanyard. They're like, "Oh, you work at Hot Topic?" I'm like, "No, not anymore. I used to, maybe like 8 years ago." Today I'm going to be becoming my early 2000s emo Hot Topic employee dream. Which is why my hair is parted off to the side like this. I have a jar of like accoutrement for my face and like chains and stuff. I should probably get my bangs out of my face a little bit more because I am going to be doing my makeup a la like early 2000s emo. Wait, I did not go that far. I will be using some hairspray and some product to get myself the craziest hair because I bought this. And then I also bought this. So we're gonna do that upstairs because I'm not about to like contaminate this entire basement with got to be glued. I also have little fishnet fingerless gloves. I have an MCR t-shirt that I'm gonna put on afterwards. And my Hot Topic lanyard. I still have an Employee of the Month button on it. I still have it, and it's very funny. So, oh, and I have like fake lip rings and stuff that I'm gonna wear. So it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. But let's just start. I'm gonna prime my face because I am not wearing any primer, and I put on moisturizer many hours ago. I haven't done a get ready with me in a while, but I figured it makes sense for the occasion because Halloween, and also I've talked about recently how I'm like just kind of embracing the like inner early 2000s like emo goth aesthetic that I never felt like I was cool enough to embody. And now I am, so let's put on some makeup. I only really have one foundation, so this is gonna be what we use, and it's probably gonna be kind of heavy makeup wise because if you were around in the early 2000s, we wore a lot of foundation and not a lot of anything else. A lot of foundation, a lot of eyeliner, and that was kind of it. So I'm just gonna be like layering on more foundation than I normally do. I had like 3 pumps. I could probably do more if I wanted to, but my hair is gonna be like so in my face. We didn't even contour back then. But I kind of, well, no, we didn't really contour. But I'll put bronzer on my face. I don't have a bronzer that's orange enough though, now that I think about it. But I never really wore makeup during this period. Trends, I was a wee child. A preteen, I guess. Not like a child, but I was young and not wearing makeup. Like, I think the first makeup I ever got was like, it was probably like a CoverGirl, like eyeshadow trio. I think that was it. And like some eyeliner, like that was kind of the thing. Let's put on a little bit of eyeshadow primer. Da-da-da-da. What are you guys gonna be for Halloween? I'm probably not gonna be this on Halloween because the children trick-or-treating are probably not gonna understand what the fuck I am. Probably just put on like a onesie or something. Or like a witch hat. I could do that. I could put on a witch hat. I do have fangs. I could get fangs. What I want to do underneath the black eyeshadow is put on a little bit of this red eyeshadow cream that I got recently from Halsey's brand. That way I can have like a little bit of a base, and then we'll just like layer the black on top. And then as far as like brows, we never did anything with our eyebrows. I'm not touching my eyebrows. I don't even think, like, maybe I'll put some concealer on them because we never really like filled them in. If anything, we just overplucked them and then they stayed that way. Actually, it's kind of funny. Whenever people talk about like the difference between like millennials and Gen Z, I can always tell who's a millennial based on how much it looks like they overplucked their eyebrows. This is definitely not the way we would have done it back in the day. We would have just like slapped black eyeliner all over our face and then just went with it. But you know, I'm having a little bit more technique involved for some reason. Weirdly enough, I'm using this eyeshadow palette from Odin's Eye. It's the Stone and Rock one. It's this color. Pretty sure. Wait, are both of those black? Elevated and Passage. Okay, so they're both Elevated is more of like a brownie black, and Passage is more of a bluey black. I honestly don't know if I've used these colors at all yet. I don't think I have. Ooh, I like that. That's a decent black eyeshadow. Granted, I'm putting it on top of like a red-ish base, which I might take like a red eyeshadow like around the outside and like go very Gerard Way with it. Because I do have the Black Parade t-shirt, so I might as well. I went home to my parents recently, and my mom gave me this entire envelope of photos from when I was a kid. She had a bunch saved up for me and for my sister and my sister's best friend who was in town, and there were all these photos of like the worst Halloween costumes from when we were kids, and they were so funny. I had one year where I dressed up as Glinda the Good Witch, because I was in the 8th grade and I had never done anything that was like super girly. And then I was like, well, I'm gonna do something that's super girly because then I'm in high school and I can't. And I remember going to school feeling very embarrassed. I was so embarrassed. A decent black eyeshadow. I do have to put concealer on under my eyes though. I realistically have to put concealer on like most of my face. Oh my god, this is gonna be so much. I can already tell. It's gonna be so much concealer. Oh wow, oh wow, oh wow, oh wow. Can you believe that we used to do this? Can you believe that? This might be a little bit more early 2010s, but I do need to like make my face a little bit paler because nobody wore anything that matched our skin tone when we were younger. It was either too dark or it was too light. There was no perfect match. How do I look so far? Josh? He can't hear me. He can't hear me. One thing I know that we did in the early 2000s and before makeup YouTube became a thing, we were using our fingers all the damn time. Brushes? Wow, 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 wow. We also didn't really use like translucent setting powder. It was like just powder foundation that people use to set their liquid foundation. It was kind of just a lot all the time. Oh, there's so much foundation concealer on my face. Oh my god. Okay. Now, let's just blend this shit out here. I'm gonna take a little bit of this red from the Likely Makeup palette and then just like run that underneath. Yeah. Ooh, look at me. Now, I don't actually think I have like a perfect black like pencil liner, so I'm just gonna do dark blue because that's as close as I got. Now I'm just gonna go eyeliner. I genuinely think I actually saw somebody talking recently about how like Gen Z and younger look so much older than we did when they were younger, or when we were younger. And honestly, I think it's because they don't have the awkward phase anymore, because they know what to do with outfits and hair and makeup and stuff because they're watching it on YouTube. We didn't have that. We had magazines. We had like little sections in magazines. That was it. That was it. We didn't know what the hell we were doing. Honestly. This is just a specific costume I'm doing. A Hot Topic manager in 2005. The liner actually looks pretty cool, not gonna lie. And I know that I said I'm not gonna do any blush, but I am gonna do bronzer because that's pretty much all we wore. And we didn't really apply it in like the best place. I might have had a little bit of residual blush on my face. Oops. Or blush on my brush. Did I? It might just be the lighting coming from the ceiling. Wow. Look at us. I do want to... Did we wear highlight? We didn't even wear highlight. Oh, hell yes. Oh my god. What? Oh Wow. Wow. This would have been a good time to wear false lashes, but I don't have any, so oh well. So, okay, so the next step, I'm gonna do my hair upstairs, but I'm gonna put on some jewelry, at least to get an idea of what we're looking like right now. Double layer it up. Oh my god, my face is so pale. And I'll do this little guy, and then I'm gonna put these ones on, but I'm gonna do it after I'm done with my hair. Little bats. And then also, after I'm done with my hair, I'm putting this on as a fake lip ring, like this. Like, hello. And then a fake septum ring. Like... I love this so much. This is great. Okay, I'm gonna do my hair, and we're gonna cut back to me down here, and we're gonna finish everything off. Your lipstick is calling, all bother at your heart. Fucking Taking Back Sunday intensifies. Alright, time to add this. Oh my god, 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 oh my god. No wonder they use this stuff. No wonder they use this. But great. Oh wow, wow, wow. I feel like I'm in like an emo band. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Wait, where's this? I need this now. Yeah. Oh, this is very gluey. At least it smells good. Just putting some pieces and stuff. This is, oh, I love this. This is, oh, I am having so much fun. Oh, I'm having so much fun. I'm having so much fun with this. Oh, wow, wow. Oh, it's so crunchy. Oh, it's so, it's so crunchy. It's so crunchy. Wow. Oh my god. This is so funny. Wow. It really is like glue, isn't it? It really is like glue. Time to go get my Hot Topic lanyard. Here we are with the crunchiest my hair has been in a hot minute. Oh wow, it just holds its shape when I move it. And finish the ensemble besides the pants, because honestly, I don't have skinny jeans that would particularly work as well. Wow, we layered. Oh my god, oh my god. Okay, so now I gotta put in my earrings. Let's do my fake piercings first. Wow, this is so funny. And then the finishing touch. I still have this from literally 8 years ago. Probably should twist it around. I put other things on the back of it. I was using it for stuff. I don't even remember what was on here as far as keychain goes, but I was Employee of the Month at least once. Probably twice, actually, now that I think of it. I have a Groot pin, which is very funny. And then a grumpy cat, because what's more millennial than a grumpy cat? Oh, this is so cool. Oh my god. I love this so much. It's so dumb. Josh.
So emo.
Oh my god, my hair is so big. It's so crunchy. Oh my god. Wow. It just goes and then it just stays. This is what y'all dealt with when you were younger doing this? You had time in the morning before school to do this? I certainly did not. Also, I didn't paint my nails. But realistically, we didn't paint our nails back then. We just colored them in with Sharpies. I do want to wear these though, with other things. This is when they still had records and CDs inside Hot Topic. I didn't work there when they still had like an extensive collection of records and CDs inside Hot Topic. I was quite sad about it. They moved away from music stuff and more to like fandom nerd stuff at that point. But honestly, I'm glad I have this shirt now. I don't know if I should flat iron my hair more often. And here's without the glasses. This is awesome. What should today's song of the day be? Decode by Paramore, because of, well, no, let's just have it be Black Parade. Well, let's have it be Welcome to the Black Parade by My Chemical Romance, because, of course, I'm wearing the shirt. I'm never getting rid of this, I swear. I'm gonna keep it. I don't want to get rid of it. In the era of Funko Pops and a lot of Tokyo Ghoul stuff, that was the era that I worked at Hot Topic. I worked there for two Christmases and one Halloween. And it was a blast. It really was. My hair. I hope you guys have a good Halloween and have a safe Halloween and eat lots of candy and have lots of fun and, I don't know, enjoy Halloween things safely. Honestly, I feel like my hair could be even bigger, but like, I don't know, I feel like I could have gone even more heavy with it, but this works for now. Have a good Halloween, everyone. We'll see you all in my next video. Bye! Hello. Can I help you? Fucking nerd. What are you, knighting me?
I'm lighting your face up.
To make me look more pale?